Coming up next, a special Eyewitness News report on the Brookings Riot. I'm Mike Mansour.
I'm Alex Strauss.
And I'm Jan Thornburg. I'll take you to Brookings, where an angry mob of about 1,000 attacked and destroyed nearly everything in their path, including the Eyewitness News team trying to cover the story. I'll have a live report.
Eyewitness News Tonight is next.
You're watching the Eyewitness News Network. When you need to know more, there's more reason to watch Eyewitness News Tonight.
Good evening. What was supposed to have been a happy homecoming at South Dakota State University turned into a violent nightmare.
As many as 1,000 students and other people filled the streets of Brookings last night, igniting wild bonfires and throwing beer cans into the crowd. As we told you last night in our special Eyewitness News reports, reporter Jan Thornburg and photographer John Murray were not only covering the story, but became a part of the story once the angry mob turned on them. Jan joins us live in our newsroom with a special report on a weekend filled with violence. Jan?
Well, Mike, it has certainly been a grueling past 24 hours, and actually this story dates back 2 nights ago to Friday night when students torched several bonfires in the streets of Brookings. They were using couches and even a doghouse for their timber. Now, those fires were quickly extinguished and several arrests were made. But the same thing happened last night, but this time the crowd was much more unruly. About 1,000 people attended this gathering. They were completely out of control and on a violent rampage. This was the scene on 9th Avenue in Brookings around 11 o'clock last night following SDSU's defeat to Augustana. 9th Avenue was completely blocked by an angry mob, which ignited a fire in the middle of the street. Students tossed a mattress, picnic table, and even a couch on the fire, causing flames to leap 2 stories high. Beer bottles and cans were flagrantly hurled into the crowd, crashing on heads and backs of rioters. 2 people were treated and released from Brookings Hospital.
My Chan, this happened because I got ran over by all the people that were running around. They're running down the street and they trampled all over me.
Suddenly, a portion of the anarchistic mob turned its focus on the Eyewitness News car, myself and photographer John Murray. The extent of our video is limited due to an attack on our photographer. Students smashed the windows of the car, rocked and flipped it over not once but twice onto its hood, and then proceeded to dance on top of it. Some rioters even attempted to light it on fire. About 30 minutes later, police from 11 agencies arrived on the scene in full riot gear. Even then, that wasn't enough to protect them. Several officers received cuts and bruises trying to disperse the mob.
Come on, people, it's find a place to go. Time to move.
We were monitoring it. We were waiting for all our units to arrive. We had officers coming in from Sioux Falls from the Highway Patrol that we wanted everyone assembled before we could go up and take care of the situation.
Police arrested 50 people, mostly students, for destroying property.
You are under arrest for intentional damage to property, and that you can take to the bank.
3 people have been arrested on felony charges of intentional damage to property for demolishing our news car. Eyewitness News is pressing criminal charges against these individuals, as well as the ones shown in these photographs. If you were involved with destroying our car and haven't been arrested yet, Police Chief Dennis Falcon says you will be soon. And campus and city officials have already begun holding strategy sessions to try to prevent any further riots from occurring in the future. Mike?
Now, Jan, on a personal note, you were there covering this story, but you became a part of the story. What was going through your mind at that time, and have you ever seen anything like this before?
It was such an incredibly strange experience for both John and myself. We should mention that both John and myself have been in similar situations, so we were expecting the bottles to be thrown, the beer cans, the crowds pushing on us. But what really struck us as just being shocking was just the pure, blatant violence, particularly when they struck out on our news vehicle and destroyed it.
It's absolutely amazing that no one was seriously hurt or even killed in this.
It sure is.
All right, thank you, Jan.